Hello and welcome to your Daily 5. My name is Erin Swenlin from DecisionPoint.com, and I'm going to show you 5 charts that I think will give you a head start on next week as far as stocks. Normally I come in here and I give you a couple of overviews of the market, but today I thought I would go straight into 5 stocks that I really like right now. I took these out of my Decision Point Diamonds report from yesterday, so you actually are getting a little bit of a helpful hint on my paid subscribers, so you are going to see those charts for yourself. So let's go and get on into it. I do have a live trading room that I do on Mondays for free. So if you want to sign up to join me in my free trading room, all you have to do is sign up for my free newsletter and you will be getting information on how to log in and get to those Monday free trading rooms. All right, so my first stock is going to be Ally Financial. I put 2 banks in my choices yesterday, and I also included one other financial stock, mainly because if we are going to start seeing rising rates, banks especially are going to, they usually do pretty well. So I found Ally, and right now you can see that it is on a nice bounce off of that 200-day EMA. We don't have it above that 50-day EMA just yet, but I do like the way this is shaped up. Notice we have an RSI that has just moved positive. You can see that the PMO, my price momentum oscillator, very similar to the MACD PPO. And you can see that that is just about ready to give us a crossover buy signal. Notice that we have OBV bottoms rising with price bottoms. So that's a nice confirmation. And then I really love seeing stochastics moving into positive territory above 50, rising strongly, and really setting us up for a nice move to the upside on Ally Financial. I always put stops on my charts for my Decision Point Diamond subscribers. I don't want to show a chart or a stock for somebody to look at or buy without putting in a stop level. Now, of course, you can do it whatever you wish, but especially now with the market really needing a top, really looking for a pause, I think it's a good idea to consider hard stops right now and not mental stops. So I put a few on there so that it gives you kind of an idea of where you might want to set yours. But of course, all trading decisions are your own. Your risk appetite is your own, so you can make those decisions yourself, obviously. All right, my next stock is from the financial sector as well, and this is American Express. Again, I think this one is lined up very nicely. Notice we have a nice rising trend. And the personality of this stock, at least for the last month and a half, is to come down, bounce off of that 50-day EMA, and then rally. So we're getting the third time a charm, if you will, of price coming down and testing that 50-day EMA, making its move. It has gotten above some very interesting resistance, which is now support. We have a positive RSI that's sitting there right smack dab in the middle of that positive territory above net neutral 50. You can see my PMO has just given me a crossover buy signal, and you can see that those OBV bottoms are rising after the bottom here off that 50-day EMA. Then we get to add into there that lovely stochastics moving into positive territory, still rising nicely. So I think this stock is also set up to do quite well. This has been a stock that I did give out, I think 2 or 3 times before last year, and all of those positions are still open, with one of them up over 40% right now. So this is a really good performer, and I think that it's one to consider for your portfolio. All right, so let's look at our third stock, and that is CarGurus. And this one was actually a reader request. And when I saw the chart, I thought it was a great example of a good chart, ready and ripe. And the only issue I had with it was that the RSI was overbought, and it is still slightly overbought. But you can notice that with today's decline, it is starting to pull back just a little bit and could possibly end up in out of overbought territory today, which is good. But you can see that even with this mild pullback, it hasn't really compromised anything on the chart, and in actuality has helped that RSI move, as I said, out of overbought territory. You have the PMO already on a buy signal, and notice that reversal of stochastics in positive territory, moving now back up above 80. Typically, when you have stochastics above 80, as you can see right here, typically you're going to see either a rally or at worst, as you can see back here, sort of sideways movement. So getting the stochastics back above 80, and then we want to watch them and make sure that they stay above 80, and that will ensure to some degree that we're going to see some positive price movement. So I like CarGurus. I set a pretty deep stop here, but it makes sense given this is the support level of importance. You can see it lines up back here with that closing high, and you can see that obviously it does cross above these tops that we had in October. So it is a rather deep stop, but I think that, you know, you could see a pullback here, and then that would be your bounce point. And if you didn't get the bounce, then you'd be happy to get that stop to trigger. But of course, whenever you own a stock or any position, excuse me, you certainly don't have to wait for a stop. You can watch your chart. If you start seeing other indicators turning down, stochastics turning down, volume moving higher on a decline, those are all your warning signs that the stock is going to pull back, but may not stop at support. Next chart up is Quest Diagnostics. This is in the healthcare providers industry group, and I love the way this one is set up as well. You can see that we have a nice bullish double bottom formation here, and RSI is positive. You've got a nice breakout today. When I picked this, we didn't have that breakout yet, and now we do. So I think this chart even looks a little bit more tasty, if you will, moving into next week. Notice the PMO is on an oversold buy signal, crossover buy signal. We got some whipsaw here, and a lot of times that is a positive. You can see that these price bottoms are kind of declining, if you will. And notice that the PMO bottoms are rising, and notice also that the OBV bottoms are rising as well. So this bodes well for a breakout. And well, we've got the breakout, but it does bode well that we will see the upside, minimum upside target of the pattern reached, which would put us at the top back here in September. We have nice stochastics, and now we have stochastics above 80, which I didn't have yesterday when I presented this to my subscribers. So I think it's shaping up quite well as well. All right, and this is my last stock, and this is Great Western Bancorp. Full disclosure, I did buy this one this morning, so I want to be clear about that. It is a bank, which, as I said, I think will do well if we start seeing those rising rates, as the Fed is kind of insinuating right now that we might see. So I think those financials and those bank stocks haven't been doing that great, but I think now they truly are set up nicely. Notice that we have a positive RSI again. You can see that we've got this double bottom that appeared. It's already fulfilled by hitting this overhead resistance, which does match up, if I recall, on the weekly chart with some other overhead resistance. So it does need to have this breakout come in, but I think that the chart still looks good. I know that my PMO has tipped over on today's decline, but we will see where it finishes today. And despite that, I'm not too worried, given stochastics are rising and are nearly back above 80. So we could see some continuation of this rally that we're getting currently. So that's all 5 charts that I have for you today: 3 financials, a healthcare stock, and a discretionary stock, CarGurus. So I think all of these are lined up pretty well. I think they're worth adding to your watch list for next week. And that's, again, all I have. I do want to mention that, again, my name is Erin Swenlin from decisionpoint.com, and you can find me there. We have 2 reports that I think are excellent. The Decision Point Alert, which gives you all of the market assessment, market review that you could want. We also cover Bitcoin. We cover crude oil, dollar, gold miners, yields, 10-year yield. So you get all of that every market day at the end of the day to prepare you for the next day. And then I have Decision Point Diamonds, which is where those 5 charts just came from. I provide at least 10 stock picks per week in Decision Point Diamonds. And it also has a trading room that I hold on Fridays, which I'm getting ready to jump right on into after this recording. So I think you would probably enjoy that as well. Do try us out for 1 week. Use the code DP Trial, and you can see what we have to offer. We do also have all of those reports, particularly diamonds, back to 2019. So you can go back and see how we did. And that's all I have. Again, Erin Swenlin from decisionpoint.com on your Daily 5. Thank you so much for watching.
Hey guys, Dave Keller here with StockCharts.com. Thanks so much for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, and we hope you did, hit the like button right below. Also, we have so much new content every day. Consider subscribing to the channel. Just hit the subscribe button in the video or right below. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Have a fantastic day.